What's up, guys?
What it do?
Welcome
What it
to
do?
welcome to episode 3 of the Just How We Talk podcast. No longer just how it is. We have a little bit of a change. Kind of just so I tell them a little bit about the story of why it's just how we talk now.
So, I got some feedback on our last podcast. I called my friends from Seattle. Told them to check it out, and I was thinking like, is there any new names? Like, what do you think we should name the podcast? Because like, just how it is more of like the community, the brand, what we're trying to represent. So we kind of need like a sub name for the podcast. And my boy, his name's Andy. Shout out my boy Andy.
Shout out Andy.
Shout out Andy. But he was like, just how we talk. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Just how we talk. And then all my other boys were like, yeah, just how we jug, just how we do it, just do it. I was like, oh, that's Nike, but just how we talk, I really like that. So I know I hooked up with Diego. I was like, Diego, what you think? Just how we talk? And what did you think?
I said I loved it. I thought it was a very, very nice way to move on. I mean, also off of that, we're also trying to kind of change our little bit of routes and get more defined onto what we're trying to do with this podcast. I mean, personally for me, this is like an outlet for me to talk about my personal life and kind of get it to the public, because I've always been really personal with my stuff, but I mean, using this podcast, I feel like I can kind of get my voice out there and work on my public speaking. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like me personally, I don't really like to talk about stuff I be doing with just random people. Like, I like to really communicate with my friends, and doing it over a podcast makes me kind of grow to communicate with new people and not be so closed-minded when it comes to communicating with new people. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah, something
No,
like
that's
that.
I like that. But yeah, we got a couple of new things going on. I mean, our recording situation's a little bit weird right now. We're currently in two parts of California.
Currently, we're on. Right now I'm in Bakersfield. Diego is in San Francisco, and right now we're recording on 2 separate laptops, and we're currently talking over FaceTime. But
this could be a total bust right now, but like
it's not, because that's just how it is. You gotta have the right mindset, the positive thinking, like, oh, it's gonna work out in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, we're all having fun with this. I think with like the help of my my roommates, like shout out Jack and Kai. They're both film and cinema majors. They know how to use Audition way better than I do. But yeah, I think they'll be able to help us out trying to get the little audio links linked together. Right. But that's just behind the scenes stuff. I just wanted to tell you how we're going to try to figure it out, and I think it's going to work out. So there's a lot the podcast lives on.
Right. There's a lot that goes into it, but we going to make it work, of course. So, Diego, I heard you found a stray cat. Like, what's up with that? Tell me a little bit about that before we really start getting focused.
It was crazy. So I just got back in San Francisco today. If you guys want to know the timeline that we're in right now, I just got back from Thanksgiving break. We'll talk about that next podcast probably, because we got so much to break down. This
my Thanksgiving
this
was
episode is gonna get crazy. Yeah, we need our own little thing. But quick little rundown. There was a cat, a little kitten, a little baby kitten chilling in the backyard, and my roommate Kai, who's also downstairs with me, he was like, oh, let's go save it, because it was like alone for like 30 minutes. It was like starving. So me and him went outside, and then yeah, we got the little cat, brought it inside, gave it food, gave it some prosciutto, a little Italian prosciutto.
Okay.
It's living nice. Oh, yes, sir.
Feeding it good.
Exactly, and now it's cuddling with Kai right now, and it's our new little pet. Name is Skip.
We love Skip. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Pets kind of remind me of like. Actually, no, that's kind of fucked up what I was about to say. But
I think I knew what you were gonna go.
Okay.
Anyways,
there's lots of love when it's.
That was a terrible.
Okay, let me just
what a transition.
Disregard everything I just said. Okay, just disregard all that. But but finding new life to take care of is always great.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And
I feel you.
Finding a stray cat off the streets. I think off the streets, you know what I'm saying? But
off the streets. What are you trying to imply, Josiah?
okay,
What's our episode?
Let me just get straight into it because the streets. It's a game. So it's a really big game.
It's a scary game.
There's a lot of shit that goes in the streets. A lot of new people in the streets, and there's a lot of hoes in the streets. There's a lot of girls in the streets. Me personally, I wasn't raised in the streets or nothing, but I do have experience in that realm.
You've had your fair share in the streets.
I have my fair share in the streets. I ain't gonna lie. But let me tell you. So, if I really want to be serious, there's this girl, and she's my ex now, and she was a lovely, lovely woman. I still love her to this day. I have lots of love for her, but how I found her was through the streets, and that was through Tinder.
Whoa.
And who would have thought me, Josiah Somerville on Tinder? God, who would think such a thing? But
I would never guess that.
God, what the hell? No, but okay. So let me just go back. But yeah, so today our topic is about our exes and our experience with them, the life we had. Kind of like how they changed our mentality on how
who we really are as people.
Right. How we approach, or how we are as people, how we approach like new people, and it's just a very, very good learning experience. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
My ex, when I first moved to San Francisco, I didn't know nobody. I had my friend Danny. But I met him through Instagram. We were going to be roommates, but I never got the chance to move in with him because rent was like $1,500. But
oh my God!
So I resorted to Tinder to try and find some connections.
Okay.
And I met like this one girl. She was cool, but like, it's Tinder, so how would that last? But my second person I ever met on Tinder, second person I met in San Francisco. Her name was. You know what? I might as well name drop. I don't give a fuck. Her name is Jonna Lay. Beautiful person. She's, great person. She's very
happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday, Jonna Lay.
Okay. No. By the way, we talked to our exes, by the way, before we had this podcast, just to clear the air. We're cool with them. We got permission to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
And it's personal for like. I just want to say this real quick before we get into this topic. It's really personal to us, like the stuff we're about to be saying. Never really told anybody except for our close friends, but I mean, this is like a good outlet for us. So I mean, this is us explaining our lives to you and kind of like our deep thoughts,
our deep
into
intellectual
words,
thinking
into a mic.
Right.
Yes.
So
back to Jonna Lay though.
Jonna Lay, man, beautiful person, but how I met her was through Tinder. And, when it's Tinder, everyone's just thinking about hooking up, and me personally, I'm not the type to hook up. Like, I want to make sure, like, I have a genuine connection with the person I'm meeting up with. And, I've learned to, that was just me growing up, though, like, making genuine connections. And through Tinder, it's kind of hard because, like I said, hookup culture nowadays.
It's very shallow.
Very shallow, very shallow. But so I matched with Jonna Lay on Tinder, and the first thing I said to her was, "Be my girl," right? And she responded with, what'd she say? Oh, she said, "More action, less talking." And I was like, "I bet. Let me take you out. Let me take you out on Friday. Let's go to Japantown." She's like, "All right, that's a bet." I was like, "All right, send me your number. We can get it started." Send me her number. And, I was like, oh, shit, this actually might work. Like, damn, I got some game. I ain't gonna lie. I just said be my girl. But Friday came around, and at the time in San Francisco, I had a car, so I picked her up from her school, USF. Maybe I'm putting a little bit too much of her business out there, but picked her up from school, and she hopped in the car. It was, it's like, oh, how you doing? I'm Josiah. Nice to meet you. Like, genuine, normal stuff. And then we drove to Japantown, talking in the car. Nothing really too deep, nothing too crazy. Pretty shallow conversation.
Nice little date.
Nice little date. We get to Japantown. We walk around. I was like, you trying to get some ramen? She's like, oh, yeah, I bet. Let's go get some ramen. Went to the ramen spot. And the waitress was like, okay, what do you guys want? I was like, oh, let me get some sake. And John L.A. was like, sake? Like, you're not old enough to drink sake. And I was like, of course not. I got a fake ID. And she's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then, so the sake kind of like opened the barrier a little bit to really get us talking because, we were both a little nervous. Like, this is a random ass person I met in San Francisco. So, but anyways, we was talking at the table and we was just having really genuine conversation, like very deep, talking about like
kind of getting into your personal lifestyles and stuff.
Yeah, like talking about our spirituality, like what do we believe in, horoscopes, all that. And talking about places we want to travel to, where we grew up from. She's from Hawaii. Told her I was from Seattle. And I was telling her, she asked me this one question, which really, like, made me like, oh, damn, she's actually pretty cool. She was like, okay, so are you, like, spiritual? And I was like, actually, no, she didn't even ask me that. We were just talking about Yosemite, the
National Forest.
The National Forest, right. We was talking about Yosemite and saying how she wants to go because it's in it's not in San Francisco, but it's in California. And I was like, oh,
I think
yeah.
It's like 4 hours out.
I'm not
San Francisco.
I think
just
so. About. And I was telling her like, oh yeah, we should definitely go sometime. Like just trying to like keep the hopes high. Like maybe we could keep in talking and shit. And then I was telling her like, yeah, the scenery there is like I heard it's very beautiful, like spiritual place, like very eye opening. And she's like, oh, you're spiritual? And I was like, yeah, like kind of spiritual. Like, recently I've been looking into Buddhism. Like I've been meditating and shit, like really trying to refine my mind. And I think that right there is when we really connected. Like, cause she said the same thing, like, oh yeah, meditation, I love spirituality, blah, blah, blah. And then it was just a good date. And then I asked her, like, oh, you want to come over? Like, I'll make some lamb chops, cook some rice and green beans. And she's like, oh, yeah, let's go. I was like, I bet.
Dang, dinner after dinner.
No, lunch, then dinner. It was like middle of the day type day. Okay. So it's like, I planned this out. I knew what I was doing. And then
overthinking a little bit.
Just a little bit, but for the better, for the positive, because overthinking is never bad if you're thinking in the right way.
Yeah.
We come back to my house, started cooking. After we ate the lamb chops, I was like, oh, you trying to go watch a movie? And then she was like, yeah, let's go watch a movie. I was like, I bet. I put on fucking Unfriended, that movie, the Skype movie, where it's like the horror movie. Put that on, and as soon as we go upstairs and I put the movie on, she fucking just started making out with me, and I was like, whoa. First date. I was just not expecting that because I've never had that experience with a female. Well, I mean, of course I've had that experience with a female, but like I was usually the one to like really take initiative for shit like that, but I always be getting hella nervous.
So she switched it up on you.
Right. She switched it up on me, and I was like, damn.
On the first date.
On the first date.
So she was really feeling you. She was really feeling you.
She was feeling me, and I was like, shit. Like, I was not expecting that shit at all. She was like making out with me. We was about to do the dirty, and then she was like, she started taking off her clothes. I was like, oh shit, nigga, what am I gonna do? Because like, I was so fucking nervous, bro. Like, nigga, I'm gonna be open on this podcast, man. I was not getting hard. I was like, fuck, well, I'm gonna get embarrassed. I was
Sorry to the children listening right now, by the way.
sorry, children. This isn't a
Just
children
how it is.
podcast.
No, this
Just how
isn't.
it is
This
for real.
isn't.
Hey, that's just how it is though. It's chill. It's chill.
Nah.
Um,
Anyways, keep
and
going. Keep going.
anyways, and I was like, oh, sorry, we're gonna have to wait. Like, for some reason, I'm just not getting hard. And I said, oh no, that's fine. But then, we tried to watch the movie, and I was like still hella like shook. So I told her, I was like, yeah, yesterday I went like 5 rounds with a different chick. So like that, I think that's why I'm not getting
Oh
hard.
my God. You did
Right. And
not.
I did say that, and I was lying. I was dead ass lying. I just said that shit because like, nigga, that's embarrassing. She's like, oh no, no
Yeah.
worries. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then
Like, why you're so
so that
accepting
was
of me?
going
I appreciate that.
right. I was like so happy. I was like, damn, she might really be the one for me. And and then maybe 5-10 minutes later, I was like, I bet let's get it done. I fucking lasted like 30 seconds, like the most embarrassing shit I've never done that shit in my life, and it was just embarrassing. But then I was like, all right, you're gonna go back to my room, back to the room. Then we, really got it in. Anyways, that's like how the first date went, and I was, that's how I expected all my first dates to
That's how
go.
this
Huh?
Is that how kind of like your structure started with her?
Yeah, that's how we really started. Like, yeah, that's how it started off, and after that, she spent the night, I think, or yeah, I'm pretty sure she spent the night. I don't remember that, but either I dropped her off or she spent the night. Then I dropped her off in the morning. No matter what, I dropped her off, and then I texted her. It's like, oh, let's kick it again. She's like, oh, you want to kick it again? I was like, yeah, why not? Like, I don't know nobody out here. Like, let's kick it. Kicked it again, And then we did that consistently for a couple weeks, and then I was like, "You wanna be my girl?" She's like, "Oh, you sure you wanna do that?" And I was like, "Nigga, why would I not say that if I'm not being real? Like I'm always being real. So, do you wanna be my girl? Yes or no?" And from then on, she was my girl. That was maybe like I think like 3.5 weeks after meeting her through Tinder. So I was like hella quick. I was like, "Yeah, be my girl," right then and there. And
Okay.
and what I've learned from that was like, I really gotta take my time when it says I want to make someone my girl. Like I have to have more patience because getting into it that quick is like not good at all because then you'll be like, you know, emotionally attached, which is a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
But like that quick is not healthy for the mind for me personally because then you'll be like worrying like what the fuck are they doing? Like why aren't they texting me? But
And through Tinder.
exactly. And it was through Tinder.
You
So
got lucky. You got lucky. You got lucky though. You got
yeah.
lucky though. Hannah is cool.
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. And then, we deleted Tinder. We was really chopping it up. I was kicking it with her. And it was good 3.5 months. only only 3.5 months, I presume. Yeah, 3.5 months. And then, but there's this one weekend where she went out to Vegas for a festival. And she was with her friends from like back home too. There's like a couple of dudes and some of her girlfriends. And I wasn't tripping because I was working at the sushi restaurant. But I'd be calling her, like seeing how she's doing. But she would kind of like blow me off because she was like busy or there's no service or anything. So I took that. And at me, I was being like, what the hell? Like, why are you being hella like distant or whatever? But, she was at a festival, nigga.
Yeah, she was doing her thing, having fun.
Exactly. And I was just being too worried, like, But at the same time, that same weekend, my boy Danny, he invited me over to a party. And
Okay.
I went to that party, and there's like these two light-skinned chicks fucking all up on me. And I was like, damn. Like, I was really feeling myself. I was like, shit. These two lights, like, I have a picture of it, too. I could probably add it in the video, but we took pictures, and I was like, damn. Like, I really got game, I guess. Like, shit. I was hella feeling myself. And then I told those two light skinned girls I had a girlfriend, but they didn't give a fuck. So I was like, shit, nigga, I bet. Um, anyways, after that, I was like kind of like scared now because she came back from. No, actually, let me just. Okay, so I was with these light skinned chicks, but also at the same time when she was in Las Vegas, I had re-downloaded Tinder, and I told her though. I told John LA
Okay.
I re-downloaded Tinder because I'm trying to get a sugar mama, which I was because I matched with this old ass lady. She was like 45 years old, some black
So
girl.
I'm guessing your Tinder like age was like
Oh yeah,
30 to
yeah,
80.
yeah, 38 and up. Like I was not worried about fucking another bitch. I was just trying to get my money up. And
Money up, not your funny up.
right, of course. And I matched with this
What's that
chick.
one? What's
But
that one video? It's like, get your money up, not your funny up. Have you
oh,
seen that video?
the New York dude with the Patron. He's like,
Yeah.
get your money up, not your funny up. I can't even growl like that. I don't know.
I'm nice with it. Watch.
Damn, you actually do sound
Damn.
like that shit. What the fuck? Okay.
All right. Anyways, keep it going.
Where was? Oh yeah. So I told John LA.
That's such a stupid ass sound, like sidetrack.
I told John LA I re-downloaded Tinder, and she was fine with it. Like she was cool.
Okay.
Like I wasn't.
And she was in Vegas right now.
Yeah, she was
this point.
yeah, she was in Vegas, and she came back, and I kicked it with her as soon as she came back. I picked her up from the airport, and
Okay.
and I was like, yeah, just chopping it up. Told her I re-downloaded Tinder again, just to reassure. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna delete it anyways because I don't really even fucking do anything on there. And she told her friends, right? Her friend
Okay.
Melissa. She a real one. She's real as fuck. But like she was like, she's like, oh, you can't be, if that's your girl, you can't be on Tinder, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I told her, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And I'm not like fucking these bitches. Like I'm not trying to meet up with them. I'm just trying to.
You're just trying to get some money.
I'm trying to finesse them. Like I'm trying to get my money up. And they just thought I was lying the whole time, and I'm not really the type to lie because that's not good karma, first of all, and not good juju for anybody if you're just lying for no reason. But
Oh, this is when the spirituality kicks in.
I'm always a spiritual bro, spiritual guy. But they John LA was fine with it. Like it was cool for like a week. But then John LA's birthday came around. I think like it was actually like last year, November, so pretty recently. Well, not recently this year, but last year. I had bought her a film camera, like $100 film camera. She wanted a film camera as soon as we met, cause like she wanted to take film photography, cause she's a photographer. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. And then I got her that for her birthday,
Okay.
and the day of her birthday, or no, let me think. I think a day before her birthday, I had went to her dorms and put it in a box and gave it to
Are
her.
you guys dating right now? Single right now? Like
Uh, we're
figuring it
we're
out?
still dating, right?
Okay.
And then this was the day we broke up, right?
On her birthday?
Yeah, on a day before her birthday, or no, a day on her, or no, maybe the day after her birthday. It was
Okay, so she has her gift. You're about to see her.
yeah. So yeah, I'm about to see her. I'm giving her a gift, and she talks with me outside, saying like, basically running it down for me, like why she doesn't think it's gonna work out because I re-downloaded Tinder and blah 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 blah. And
Being like very communicative.
yeah, being very communicative, like telling me what I did and how she didn't fuck with that at all, and I totally understood. So I was like, okay, I totally understand. Like I don't want to like hurt you or in any way, but I guess I did hurt you, so I'm sorry. But I just wanted to give you this present because it's your birthday, and this is the film camera. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. Hella happy. And then the next day, I went to her dorms because we were throwing a little surprise party for her. Threw the surprise party, just had a good time. And then it was Thanksgiving the next week, and by the time we were already broken up, or we were broken up, like with what's it called,
Like quotations.
quotations, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty upset after the fact when I came back when I was in Bakersfield because that's where I went for Thanksgiving.
You went to the pop's house?
Yeah, I went to Pop's house, drove down there, and it was a good time. I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my way back from Bakersfield, I was driving back. I called her.
Ooh, you were probably thinking heavy on the car
Oh
ride.
yeah, heavy, bro. It was like it's hella scenic, just reminiscing. I was just reminiscing, like damn. And I called.
Listen to old R. Kelly and
I was listening to hella sad music. I think I don't fucking remember, but I called her, and was like,
that don't go chasing waterfall.
"You're stupid as fuck."
Just crying on the way back.
No, dead ass. I was dead ass crying. Like I called her, and was like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I do miss you, and I hope I can see you again when I come back from San Francisco. Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh yeah. Like of course, I'd love to see you." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great. Like I just want to be honest with you. Like I am hella upset that it had to end like that. I didn't mean to hurt you. Blah 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 blah." And then
Like you want to work it out.
yeah, I want to work it out. And
Okay.
so I had went to her dorms one day. It was chill. It was supposed to be platonic because she wanted to be hella platonic. I was like, I bet that's fine. We can be platonic.
Yeah, because as long as you're in my life and we're able to talk, I'm
Right.
cool with that.
Right. It was hella platonic. But then as soon as I go back to her dorm, she's like all up on me, like trying to cuddle up with me. So I was like, oh.
Back to how it used to be.
Yeah, back to how it used to be. It's like, okay. I think that's fine. Like, I thought we broken up, but if you want to cuddle on me, that's fine with me. And it was chill. And then again, maybe like 2-3 days later, same thing, just chilled. And then I was like, oh, you want to come back to my place? Like, you want to come back to mine? You can spend the night if you want. And she's like, yeah, of course. I was like, I bet. That's fine with me.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, I
in
was
the game.
like, amen. I got her back. Thank God. And, okay, so on my way back to the car in the dorms, I was walking, and this dude down the hall, he had
So you're walking you're in the hallways of the dorm?
Yeah, in the hallways of the dorm, and this dude down the hall comes down with some flowers. And me just being like a joking guy, I was like, oh, who are those flowers for? Like, congratulations to the lucky girl. And he was like, yeah, they're for you. And I was like, oh, thanks.
For you?
Yeah, for me. I was like, oh, thanks. So I took them, and, I was like playing along. I was like, all right, bro, here you go. Like, okay, who are they for? He's like, oh, they're for her. And I was like, and I looked to my right because John Lay was on my right side. And it was, the flowers were for John Lay. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, John Lay, you got hoes now. Okay, that's what's up. Like, okay.
You were just one of them.
Yeah. And
Damn.
I was like, damn, I'm really a victim, huh? But, I was like, all right, John Lay, do what you want to do. You can kick it with this nigga, or you can come back with me to my place. And she was like, oh my God, I was not expecting this. But I was like, I kind of felt like she set me up. Honestly, like she wanted this to happen so I could get hella upset. But anyways, I'll get into that in a little bit. But she's like, oh no, I'll go back with you. I was like, oh, I bet. Well, see you later, dude. Like, I don't know who this dude was. I was like, all right, peace out. You can still give her the flowers if you want, but like you don't have to. And the nigga didn't give her the flowers. Anyways, we walked back to my car, and I was like hella. I'm not gonna lie, I was hella upset. I asked John Lay these questions like, so who was that guy? And she's like, oh, it's nobody, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, really, nobody. Why was he trying to give you flowers then? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, okay, obviously you're lying to me right now. So, right, like, did y'all fuck? I asked her that right after. I was like, did y'all fuck? And she goes, it doesn't even matter. I was like, did y'all fuck? And she goes, yes, we did. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, you know what? And I was hella upset. I was just driving, no music in the car, just on my way back to my place. And then I was like,
demon face.
just hella pissed and just quiet. She's like, are you okay? Or she wasn't even after that. She's like, are you mad? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm not mad. Like, that's not in my control. So there's nothing I can do about it. And then she goes, and then I go, did you suck his dick? And she goes, no, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Like, what? That's it. I was like, did you suck his dick? And she's like, yes, I did. And I was like, in shock. I was like, nigga, what? You suck?
Why?
It's like, why? Okay, you sucked his dick. And after that, I just
Okay.
exploded. I was like, you wouldn't even suck my dick. Like, why you? Why did you think you were obligated to suck another man's dick, but you wouldn't suck mine? Like, I was so pissed.
What?
I was genuinely so fucking pissed, bro. And she was like, well, I just didn't want to like embarrass
I'm sorry,
myself.
I'm laughing.
I didn't want to embarrass myself. Like, you were such a good person. I was like, nigga, you could have learned with me. Like, you could have got hella good at sucking dick if you was fucking sucking mine. But you know what? You sucked a whole nother man's dude. Or, sorry, you sucked a whole nother nigga's dick. And you're okay with that. But you were not okay with sucking mine. Like, that don't make no sense to me. And she was like, I just didn't want to embarrass myself. Like, I blah, blah, blah. I was like, nigga, whatever. We go back to my place. Hell, I'm just heated, just fucking steaming.
Is it just like awkward silence in there?
Oh, fucking silent. No, it wasn't even silent because we go back into my place. And I was like, I lay down on the bed, ready to go to bed. She's on the couch because I had a couch in my room. And she just kept interrogating me. She goes, are you mad? Are you mad? Like, do you want to punch a hole in the wall? And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not white.
I was like, no, I do not want to punch a hole in the wall.
My name is not Justin.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Kevin, okay? I'm not.
Do you see a monster energy in my room right
like,
now?
do you see, like, that I want to just fucking cry? Like,
You're like, I just want to be emotional right now.
But I was trying so hard to just keep it in. She's like,
You're playing Joji in your ears.
in my head, I'm just thinking of this one song, fucking, that one X song, Hate Will Never Win. Hate Will Never, you know that song? Bro.
Yeah.
And, I was just, she just kept saying, like, are you mad? Like, this is how I felt when you re-downloaded Tinder. And I was like, nigga, what? That's not the same as you fucking a whole nother dude. That is not the same at all. Because, one, I didn't even meet up with no Tinder bitches. And after we broke up, I tried to meet up with the Tinder bitch. But, like, I couldn't even fuck her because, like, I was too busy thinking about you and how you felt and how you would feel about the situation. Like, that's just how I am. And I just would feel hella bad, so that's why I hit you up after the fact. And she was like, oh, like, didn't have nothing to say. And I was like,
was it a very like calm conversation or like the tension?
Oh no, nigga, I was bawling eyes. I was crying so fucking hard.
Was
nigga.
she crying?
No,
Oh.
she did not give a fuck. And then I was like, damn, John, like, I don't want to call you this because you were my girl, but, like, you're a fucking thought. Like, you're a thought. You really fucked another dude a week after we broke up. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, not even I could do that. Like, that really got me fucked up in the head mentally, bro. Like, you're really a thought.
And you're bawling your eyes, and she's
still crying. She did not give a fuck.
Whoa.
She's like, yeah, this is how I felt. You crying right now? This is how I felt. I was like,
welcome
bro.
to my life.
I was like, wow, John Olay, wow, okay. Yeah, this is exactly how you felt. Yeah, I fucked a whole nother... Anyways.
Okay.
I was just hella upset. And she was still sitting on the couch. And I was like... She was about to sleep on the couch. I was like, John Olay, just lay down in the bed with me. Just lay down in the bed with me. But, like, I'm still mad at you. But just lay down in the bed with me.
You're better than couch.
Yeah, you deserve more than the couch, okay? Whatever. I don't care.
You're my first love.
You're my first whore. I mean, sorry, first love. Sorry.
She's gonna call you after this.
I don't give a fuck. She already know the whole story, so I don't even.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah, exactly. She knows I called her a thought. And yeah, we was chilling in the room or chilling in my bed. And she was like, she obviously wanted to fuck again. And I was like, do I fuck her? Like, I'm just so pissed. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I would just.
You're like, I want hate sex now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and nigga, I was fucking. God, that was like. Anyways, did the dirty. She got what she wanted. I got what I guess I got what I wanted to fuck.
In quotations.
In quotations, and she spent the night again. And dropped her off at school in the morning. And I was like, John Lay, I'm gonna need $20 from you for gas. She's like, what? $20? I was like, send me $20 right now, Venmo. I'm dead ass serious. And she's like, okay, send me $20. Dropped her off at school. Didn't talk to her again after that. And I was hella upset. And we didn't talk for maybe a month or 2 months. And then she called me out. Oh no. I had drunk called her when I was in San Jose. It was like I was hella fucking drunk. I just made out with a bitch right before that, and I was just like hella feeling myself. I was like, fuck it, let me call John Lay real quick. And I was like, what's up, John Lay? I'm in San Jose right now, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I see you're doing good. I was like, yeah, doing good. How are you? She's like, oh, just working in school, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay. And then it's just hella awkward. And then I was like, all right, gotta go. Peace out. And then just hella awkward after that. And then called me again maybe a couple weeks later. And then after that, it was just chill. Like, it's like, if you ever want to kick it with me again, hit me up. Like, it'll be all platonic and whatever. And now we're on good terms. Like, we talk maybe like every here and there. I call her every once in a while.
Check up on her.
Check up on her. She calls me every once in a while. And another thing was Melissa had told me that John L.A. told her that we thought we were soulmates. And I was like, what? We only were dating for like 3 months. So I don't know how we'd be soulmates. But I really took that to heart. And I told her that when I was crying when she was at my house and I was hella pissed. Like, Melissa told me that you said we were soulmates.
I was
like,
the one.
I thought it was really it, but you just decided to fuck another dude. Like, what the fuck? She's like, I never said that. I was like, what? I was like, oh, you didn't say that? And I was just
She's like, you? Hell no, never.
Yeah, I was like, wow, okay. I was like, never mind then. Just whatever, disregard everything. But, that was just it was a time of my life. And after that, like, my approach with women has been so different. Like, now every time I try and like get a girl or whatever, like, I want to make sure that we have a genuine connection, like how I did with John L.A., and that they're on the same time, like not same timing, but like same
wavelength.
Mentalities. Huh?
Like the same wavelength as you.
Yeah, same wavelength. Yeah, same vibe, same energy. Just like hella spiritual.
Oh yeah, because you're so
shit.
spiritual and Buddhist. I forget. Your peaceful lifestyle.
And it's just been hard for me. Actually, it has not been hard for me, but like to get girls. But
cocky ass.
Shut your ass up. It's just been hard to like get another girlfriend.
Kind of like
because,
that situation again that you once had.
Yeah, to get in that same situation again. Now every time I'm like, not every time, but recently, every time I try to hook up with a bitch, they're like, oh, we're not fucking tonight. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I wasn't even thinking about, right, like, I'm not even thinking about that. And they're like, oh. But then they want to, like, make out with me and shit. And I'm like, okay, so do you want to fuck or not? Because you're, like, all up on me. And we're talking and shit. But, like, it's really just you talking. I'm just listening. And then...
Do you like to be the listener, though?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like, I like to listen. And I also like to talk as well. Like, I like to put in my input. But sometimes I feel like they don't even give a fuck. And I'm like... And I could totally sense that, like, if they don't really care.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, whatever. And just recently, I haven't had no luck with fucking no bitches.
I mean, it's kind of hard in Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
All the bitches in Bakersfield think they're, like, all that. But it's like, nigga, you grew up in Bakersfield. Like, I don't want to, like, boast or nothing. But, like, I grew up in Seattle, and then I lived in Atlanta, and then I lived in San Francisco, and it's just they're all different environments, so I know how to adapt to environments really well. But you just grew up in Bakersfield, and you're like, you're trying to get like tied down. Okay, so I'm trying to give you that tied down energy or whatever. And then when I do that, they're like, "Oh, he's doing too much." I'm like, "How the fuck am I doing too much?"
Like
Like
that's how I was raised to do
yeah, exactly.
a
Like
lot.
I'm not.
Put my time
You
and
just
effort
think
in.
right. Like I'm not just trying to fuck, bro. Like I'm trying to actually build a genuine connection here. But you just think I'm just trying to fuck, and it's really fucking me up because that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it'd be nice to fuck, but like that's not my main intention.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
But and my approach with women has just been so different now, and I honestly don't mind. It's that it makes it easier for me to really find like a girl that I'm actually trying to like fuck with, and like get a girlfriend. Like nigga, I want a girlfriend. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
But I'm not about to like go out my way
to
and
force one.
try. Yeah, like force a girlfriend. Like that's never gonna work out. I just
Yeah,
need it to happen
because then it's super
naturally.
one-sided.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then girls take advantage of that shit. At least from what I've perceived. I know not all girls do, but from what I perceived, yes. And it's been a roller coaster of emotions for me
would
after
you
that breakup.
would you say that John LA kind of like shaped who you're kind of looking for in a relationship, and that's kind of also why it's a little hard?
She definitely helped me figure out what I want in a relationship, and two, like what I could also get more out of. Not more, sorry. What I want in a relationship and the potential I could have
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship. Cuz after John LA, I met this other chick, so fine. Baddest chick I've ever been with.
Did the
And
personality match?
yeah, low key, like,
Okay.
we was both hella chill, just vibing all the time. Like, we both wanted to be successful when we're older, but she wasn't really too spiritual. Or, she definitely was, because she believed in horoscopes, but she lied to me and said she didn't. But, like, she would be posting on her Instagram story, like, oh, Virgos do this, a Virgo bitch does that. I was like, oh, so she just lied to me. Because she thought I wouldn't care, or she thought I'd just judge her off that shit.
Oh.
Anyways, she was fucking making bank, nigga, and she moved to Hawaii. So that kind of just fell off like that. But we had a really cool connection, and just sucks that she had to go. But we're still cool. Like I texted her Happy Thanksgiving. So
Nice.
happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well. She said the same to me. It's like, oh, thank God, I still have her. I still have her in my connections book. It's not cut off yet.
You're like, I'm still in the game. I still have a chance.
Still have a chance for this. But she was so fine, and she was a great person. She got money, and
She's doing everything right for herself.
she's
Nice.
very independent woman, and I respect that. That's what I want in a girl, an independent woman that that don't only need shit from me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nice.
But that's just how it is now. That's
Just
now.
how it is.
Just how it is. Just how it is. That's life. That's life for real. That is life.
It is. It is.
But so Diego, I know you have a pretty big story about your ex, your soulmate.
God. This one. This one's a little. This one's probably one of my most personal stories I got. I mean, I talked to her. We're cool. I can talk about this publicly, but yeah, I can even use her name, so that's gonna be a little bit easier.
Yeah,
For
I
her
ain't
ex,
gonna.
I won't be using his name. Just respect out to him, respect out to her. But I'll try to keep it as honest and straight to the point.
Real.
You know.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't tell John LA that I was gonna be doing this, but it don't matter.
Don't worry, I did. I knew you wouldn't.
Good.
But
But
anyways,
yeah, go in. Tell me.
yeah. This is all straight out of like my point of view. I mean, kind of like Josiah's, but yeah, none. Anything else? It's not. It's nobody else influenced it. This is all just straight from me, straight to this mic right now. And to you, Josiah,
Amen.
since we're talking to each other.
Thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
I guess you're involved.
Yeah, I was actually part of the. Never mind. Go in.
Okay. I mean, where do you want me to start? Kind of like just the breakup or
So,
like
yeah, no.
who we
Tell
are?
me, yeah, who you guys are, how it started, like, how did you guys meet, like, who is she? Who is she to you?
Okay. All right. Well, she is like my first love. We dated all through high school, a little bit of my first year of college, and then that's when it ended. So it was about good 3 years, I'd say. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. I don't regret any days of like not dating. It
Yeah.
was a little on again, off again throughout high school, just because it was super immature. We're young and dumb, and like, well, it was mostly me. I was pretty dumb because of wrestling, and just like always cutting weight and stuff. But
You wrestled?
yeah, I wrestled.
What the fuck? I thought you just served.
Nah, I wrestled longer than I served.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy.
Okay, but go in.
Yeah. So I dated her when she was 14. I was 15, and then we dated till I was
the
like
older
18.
man.
Oh yeah. Nah, we're like 4 months apart, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Oh, it was just her birthday. Happy birthday, Andrea. By the
Happy
way.
birthday.
But,
Happy birthday, Andrea. Oh shit. Sorry, I dropped my phone.
So yeah, we started dating then. It was really just think of a high school relationship, It was really good. It was straight to the point. We'd see each other. She was there for me during the fires. I know I talked about that story, but I didn't include that like I was at her house a lot because I didn't have a house. I mean, I had my grandparents, but I was living in like a little office. So her house became my house. Her family took me in and like treated me like their own. It was super nice. Love the family. But no, I think I'm talking about the hard part of this relationship. So I'll
Talk about the goods. Talk about the goods.
the goods was just like she was like my person. You feel me? Like she was always there for
Mm-hmm.
me. She helped me out in like my darkest times and like always prioritized me. And I wish I could do the same, but just the way I was raised and stuff, I can't. My mom and dad always told me it's school, athletics,
Yeah.
that's first because that's your future.
Priorities.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't ever like prioritize her like she prioritized me, and
Right.
that I guess that was like our first like problem in high school. But nah,
Mm.
I like that last summer we had together was awesome. I served, she would chill on the beach, and then we just hang out the whole day, come back to my house, we'd get some food, and that was it. It was every day. Like the summer into my first year, and then yeah, that's when it started getting a little bit rocky once college hit, and yeah, I would say I was in the wrong in this situation,
Mm.
because I got really distant preparing for college.
Cause y'all didn't go to the same college, no, right?
So I accepted to San Francisco State. She was gonna go to GCU, which is in Arizona, but then ended up choosing to stay at VC, which is the community college in Ventura.
Mm.
And yeah, she like asked if I can stay. I was like, no, I need to do this. I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to like explore the world. I can't just stay here.
Grow.
Yeah, I needed to grow. And yeah, that's why I chose San Francisco. And I've always been super strong on not doing long distance. Like I can't do that. It's really hard for me because I need that person with me, and I don't want to wait for that person, and I don't want that person to wait for me because it's super draining. You feel me? So I was like kind of preparing myself for a breakup, and I wish I told her that, but I really didn't. It was a weird situation.
Because you guys would would you guys stay in contact? Like not, you guys would stay in contact.
Oh well, my first year it was COVID.
Oh.
So I was still
facts,
yeah,
facts.
I was still in Ventura, but like
Oh.
oh yeah, let me just clarify that. So after the summer of my senior year going into first year, it was COVID. So I was still that whole first year of college, I was in Ventura.
Mm.
But I was that whole first semester of college, I was like preparing myself to get ready for distance or breakup. So it was kind of seeing if we can work it out during COVID, kind of like a little test run, and it wasn't really working out that well. I mean, I got really quiet, and she didn't really like that. I started surfing a lot more, especially because my surfing started picking up. I got a couple of sponsorships, and kind of became my life, and school became my life. So when she thought wrestling was over, surfing took that spot. So when she
Uh,
thought she was gonna move up in the priority list, surfing just like jumped right in and like started being really big for me.
Sorry. Nah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just that
Sorry,
little
got priorities.
But no, yeah, I mean, there was like these things saying that I was like talking to like these girl surfers, and that like I was like once told that like I need to stop surfing because she was like getting um what's the word? Like territorial, I guess, like
She was getting like worried.
jealous, yeah, worried, thinking that I was
Jealous.
like doing these
Yeah.
things with these girls. Like there's somebody saying that, and I was like, no, why would I do that? I'm just surfing because that's my thing.
Right.
And then I remember telling her one time, I was like super mad because I think we're in like an argument. We didn't argue that much. We never raised our voices at each other, but when we'd
Mm.
argue, it's very like straight to the point and kind of like let's get it over with. And then I was like, yeah, I surf to get away from you. And I remember saying that, and I think that was like when it
Damn.
went downhill. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad, and I still feel really bad for that. We've talked, and ever since that point, it started going down. And then on the day the Dodgers won the World Series,
Mm.
there was a friend that was throwing a party that night, and my friend was there, and I guess that she was like ranting to him. He was ranting to her about stuff about me, saying that like I don't care how she breaks up with me as long as she cheats on me, and like saying these things. And then I was like,
Like
I
why though? Like why would she say that?
I guess now, like after hearing everything, she's never said that, but at the time that's what I was hearing. That's what was getting
Mm.
relayed to me, and I was like,
Mm.
what? Why would she say that? And I guess
So your friend was like kind of
yeah,
being the middleman, but like not saying
there's
the
a lot of middle people in this situation because they knew we were having
mm,
problems, and I think they thought they were helping us, but in reality it was just like causing
making it
conflict for no
worse.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was all this situation going on, and we were like dumb enough to just listen to these people, and
Mm.
there's like these things saying that I was like talking to all these girls and that I don't care about her and that I just want to break up. And I was hearing that she wanted to just break up with me, so I'm like, and she didn't care how I broke up with her. She was saying that she was gonna like, well, she was in quotations, she was saying that she was gonna cheat on me this night. But I was like, what the heck? Like, why would
The
you do that?
fuck?
I was like, hurt. I was like, why would you do this to me?
Right.
Like like this
I
is
thought, I thought we had the high school sweetheart shit.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, we're in a rocky patch, but like, what's going on? And
Right.
hearing this without any like background of the situation, I'm just like, I'm mad now. I'm like, what the, like, you're just gonna cheat on me like that, like nothing? And then it kind of just blew up that night of the Dodgers winning the World Series. I
Mm.
put on my phone. She said it was in like quotes that she didn't care how I broke up with her as long as I broke up with her. So I was like, okay, if that's how it is, then all right. So I texted her. I'm like, all right. I said, let me think. It was if you don't care how I break up with you, then bye. I think that's what the text was.
That's what you said, nigga.
I said if you don't care how I break up with you, then bye. I think that's how it went.
Damn,
And
nigga, you
then
sassy as fuck.
it was like I was giving her a lot of sass for like a minute. I was really like
Yeah.
just shutting her down, not giving her like the time of day.
Yeah.
When it went from summer, giving her everything, like seeing her every day, switching right when I start school, to
Right.
nothing. Like maybe a
Mm.
text here and there, but it was just like death, quiet.
Oh shit.
You know, and that was on me. I shut her out trying to prepare for this long distance stuff, but at the same time, I think I was tapped out as well. Trying
Yeah, I
to,
couldn't really do it.
yeah, and I think I just lingered it on for a little bit, and yeah, it she
So you
sent me
text her. You
so I
texted her.
and
You
then
texted her. You bye.
and then
Never
she
like.
said nah, this ain't how we're ending. Like, you're crazy if you think this is how we're gonna end. Like, nah, like, you
Yeah,
think.
over a text.
Yeah, she's like, hell no. She's like, I ain't letting you do this. And I was like, I was like, oh, okay. And then like being all like douchey, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And we had this bench in the middle of Ventura. It's on a big grassy hill. It's called Cemetery Park, and we have a specific bench that we would like sit at and talk at. And like we had our first Valentine's Day together at this bench, and like that bench had a lot of meaning to us. Really? So I was sitting at the bench waiting for. We said that we'd meet there and talk, and I was sitting at the bench. I remember I parked my truck kind of far, walked all the way to this bench, and I'm sitting there. And then she calls me, and she was like, "We are not sitting at that damn bench. Come to my car." And I was like, she was like, "Turn around. My car's right here." And I was like, oh, "Okay."
It's really done.
I was like, "Damn." So then I got up, my head down. I walked to the car, and I sit in her car, and I'm looking down. Like, I was like defeated. I was like beat, I was crying all the night before and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking down. I can't even look at her, like lips quivering, and she's just like staring into my soul. And then that was the first time she ever yelled at me, or like first time we ever yelled at, or like somebody's yelled at somebody in the relationship.
But like you ain't say nothing back. Like you just letting her yell at you.
I was dead silent. I took it. Like what else do I say?
Right.
And she was just. I was like, I've never heard her call me a bad word. It was like, you're so fucking dumb. Like, what are you doing? Like, all this for what? Like, you're an idiot. You're stupid. Like, why? Like, just over and over again, just getting like, boom, boom, bomb after bomb after bomb. And I'm just like taking it. Because, like, what more can I say? It's my fault,
Right.
And this is like kind of you realizing like what you've done. And, I mean, I did this. I handled the situation wrong. I wasn't communicating, and yeah, she was just going off on me, and I just like, I didn't know what to say. I was just looking down. I couldn't stare at her, and if I stared at her, I'd cry. So I knew what I was doing. So I was just staring down, and then she's like, "What? Are you gonna say nothing? You just gonna sit there like now calling me out? Like say something like." Like you had all this stuff to. Yeah, I was. It was crazy. I've never been like that before, dude. It was crazy. I got bitched like straight up. She was like, "Say something. Like, come on, you're all talk. What now? What now? What?" And I'm just like, "Damn, she got me." I'm like,
it's always those, man.
It was crazy, and I look at her, and I forgot what I said. It was something so stupid. I was like, it's something about her being her fault, and she. Boom, switched it back on me. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Just like, you really think it's my fault? Yeah, I put in my life into this. Like, just going in. I'm just like, oh my God, I should have said anything, Like,
right.
And I took it. I mean, then we started just, when she got everything off her chest, and like, I started crying, and then we just started like, looking back at like our old dates and stuff, kind of just talking about what are we doing, what's the move after this point. And I was like, we have a lot of baggage underneath us now. I think we need to break up. And she was like, you're the one that's going to be saying it though. Keep in mind, I said it the past. We had 2 breaks before this. Kind of, first one was really, really stupid. It was like a little sophomore year immature one. The second one was like because I really wanted to play NCIF, so I was like, I'm gonna dedicate my life to wrestling. Just give me I was like, give me 3 months, and then within those 3 months I placed in CIF, and then got back together.
Real shit. But
nah, I was like, I can't say it. Like, I can't be the one to say it one more time. And we're just sitting in the car crying, trying to get those words out. And she was like, no, we can make it work. And I was like, no, we can't. I was like, it's over. Like, everything has led to this point, and like, this is super unhealthy,
Right. And you just had no clue what to do.
Yeah, it was like, I'm leaving anyways, and we're already this deep, like, into this negativity and like kind of like unhealthy situation.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be so much worse when I go to college. And in that moment when I was in this breakup situation, this is the first semester, so the second semester I was like, in quotes, supposed to go back to San Francisco. Or even go to San Francisco in the first place.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna go to San Francisco. Like, it's not smart for us to be together. Like, I'm scared of distance anyways. I don't think I can do it. So then as we're crying, we're both crying at this point, by the way. Like, these feelings are like hurting both of us now. And I remember it was probably the hardest thing I ever heard in my life. And it hurt the most, and she was the one that said it, and nobody knows that. So the people listening are now finding out that she was the one that said we're done. And she came to my ear, she whispered it, and it was just like the most soft, fondest, like it was just, I'm done. And I broke down so bad.
That's what she said. She said, "I'm done."
She said, "We're done, Diego." She was like, it was like, "We're done, Diego," and that was it. And I was like, done. I couldn't. I didn't know how to move. I lost like all feeling in my body. I was bawling. It was just painful, man, crazy. And we talked. I was like, "Hey, listen. I mean, after I was able to get my tears out and kind of like get some words out, I was just saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Like over and over again, saying like it's my fault. I'm so sorry. I'll do better. Like for you, I'll do better. I'll change my lifestyle. Like that was when I realized I needed to mature up. You know.
Yeah. And
I was saying like everything I'm gonna be doing, it's gonna be for you to like grow up and like be the person you wanted to be, because I couldn't do that while I was with you. So I'm gonna do it while I'm single and kind of work on myself and be the person you wanted me to be and who you saw me to be, you know? And I was saying that, just bawling my eyes out in the car, and finally got out the car, bawled to my mom. I was crying in the car. I tried to hold up a front because I didn't want my parents knowing that I cry, because I don't cry at all.
Right.
And I look at my mom and I broke down, and I was out of it for a minute. She came later that night to drop off my stuff, and then but she was pissed. So I was
your
like,
mom was, or
no, Andrea was, because she came to my house later that day, but I had family over, and she just pulls up to my house and she's like, "Take your stuff." And I was like, "This isn't all my stuff. I'm like, this is yours. This is yours. Like, I gifted these things to you. These have no meaning to me anymore because they're yours now." Like, there's like some sweaters, this like necklace. I took the necklace, and then, but I like the things that actually had meaning. Like, we had like these little things, little knickknacks, you know, or like prom stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And I told her to keep them, and we had a little talk outside, just kind of like what these mean. And I was like, "These are yours." So then she ended up taking them. She left my house. I didn't tell my parents that she was outside. I like snuck back in. And then
damn, bro, when John Lay broke up with me, nigga, I asked for that camera back. I was like, "Give me my shit back, bro." Like,
nah, I couldn't. It was like,
but then I was like, "Actually, you should keep it. I got it for your birthday,
good.
So I guess I'll let you have that." But she didn't even give me nothing anyway, so it's like whatever.
I mean, it's 3.5 months.
Yeah, 3.5 months. That's nothing. Your shit was like
3 years.
3 years.
We had a lot of structure, a lot of little things that we had with each other. But we ended up texting that night. I was like, "Hey, I won't, out of respect to you, I won't like talk to anybody. I won't like get with anybody. I won't do anything. I won't even go on dates until I see that you're like moved on, because I don't want you to see me moved on. So out of respect to you, like I don't like a girl. I don't need that right now." I was like, "I haven't even." So
Diego, the fucking man. Okay.
I was like, I'm not desperate for it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm single. I'm gonna go like do crazy things."
Yeah,
now.
go fuck more bitches.
Yeah,
and shit.
it was just like I needed to figure my own stuff out, you know.
Yeah.
Because if I couldn't do that with her, I'm not gonna be able to do that with anybody. So I knew I needed to be single. And right when we broke up, my friend Luke, I always talk about my friend Luke. He's gonna be on the podcast eventually. He's got so many stories.
That boy.
The boy Luke. He was with me every day, just helping me out, getting me back up on my feet, like getting me out of my house, just getting me to do things. Like for a month, 2 months straight, we would just go out every day.
Real.
And now that helped me out a lot. Got me able to like just focus, be independent again. And then we ended up talking. Me and Andrea, we talked on her birthday, and that night didn't help us at all. I just started crying again. It was so stupid. We shouldn't have done that, because everything I worked up to just broke down again, just clobbered. It wasn't like a bad conversation. It was just like, damn, like this isn't my person anymore, you know? Yeah, so then that's when we kind of realized that we needed to like part ways and do our own thing. And like, that we couldn't really talk. We didn't talk until that day. So we broke up, and like September, October, and then we talked in that November, same year. It was 2020.
So like a month, 2 months after.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's so stupid. Shouldn't have done that. And then after that night, we're like, yeah, we can't talk anymore. So then
Can't do it no more.
for about like a year, 2 years, we didn't talk once. And but I saw that she had a new man, so then that's when I started going out on dates again. But I just couldn't click with anybody,
Yeah.
you know. I tried,
Yeah.
but it was just like weird. And
Right.
she got with this new guy, and that was her ex that I'll probably be talking about later. But it was just a weird situation. I was hearing things that he was saying about me. I mean, I
Like
was
it
like,
was hating on you, huh?
yeah, it wasn't cool, but like, I mean, I'm the ex, you know, at the end of the day, like whatever, I don't care.
Right.
Like I was with the girl, so like, so what?
It's
Like,
like
what do you?
I hit it first. Sorry. No, I'm just playing.
You're gonna get me in so much trouble. Anyways.
I was her best. I was the best.
Anyway. God, sigh.
Sorry,
No,
sorry. Go,
it's okay.
get focused. It's my fault.
Back in, locked in. You got to give me a little laugh. I needed that. That was funny. Just how it is. It's just how we talk.
Exactly.
So sorry.
It's just how
It's
we
just-
talk.
it's
That's
just
just
how we
how
talk.
it is for real.
But yeah, I heard that he was saying these good things. He was not being a good guy, and I was like, you know what? It's not my life anymore. I can't do anything about it. I can't help, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to talk to her. Like, I'm doing my own life stuff now. I'm doing my own thing.
Got
know?
to.
And it was I just closed that part of my life out. I didn't talk to her, you know. I was doing my own thing. I was going on my dates, and yeah, and then maybe like a couple months ago, she was on and off again with her man, because I guess they were like on again, off again for like a little bit. And she sent me this text saying that, hey, I'm going to San Francisco, if you can let me know about some recommendations, that'd be cool. And then this whole point, until then, I think she hates me. I think she resents me, you know. And I hear from her, and I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, of course I got you. Like, I always got love for you. Like, I don't love you, but I got love for you. You're my first, like my first love. So of course I got you. So I sent her this list, and then she was like, I asked for her number because I deleted everything, you know. Because, you know, you go through your breakup stuff, you delete all that stuff. You're like, I'm done. Like, I'm never thinking
Don't follow her,
yeah.
block her.
Yeah,
Don't
we
want nothing to do
unfollowed
with
each other.
you.
I didn't follow her. She didn't follow me. We didn't have each other on Snap. Numbers gone, you know. Like, broken up, you know. Like, I'm doing my own thing now. I'm independent. I'm able to, like, live on my own. Like, I don't think about her anymore. Like, I care about her, but I don't think about her. Because she got her she got her new life going on, you know. Like, I'm happy for her. She could do her thing, and I'm doing my thing.
You'll always have that connection.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like connections in the shadows, because like,
yeah, it's like a long lost connection.
Yeah, like
type shit.
But we've been through like so much together, so that's why we have that connection, because we understand each other.
Right.
So then we're talking. She was like, yeah, I'll send you my number real quick. And then I sent her my whole like little, you know how you can do the Apple Maps and like put all your spots that you found.
Oh yeah.
You,
like
pin
the
them,
pins.
and then you can like share the pins with other people.
Yeah.
So I did that. I like showed her all my spots that I had. And then it would have been easier if I knew that you could just share the pins, because I'm like screenshotting all the spots that I know.
It's like, yeah, go here. Just find it on your Apple Maps.
Yeah, but I didn't. Shout out Apple Maps for doing that though. Now that I know.
Shout out Apple.
Shout out and Apple Podcasts. We're using you right now.
Thank you so much.
But wait, sorry, pause real quick. Phone's about to die. Sorry.
Oh shit! Put that shit on the charger.
Oh my god.
How long?
Embarrassing.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's how it is. All right, just like you're gonna be in the corner real quick.
That's fine, as long as I can hear you.
Perfect. Anyways, so I get this text from her. I was like, of course I got you. She told me where she was staying, and I was like, yeah, that's super sketchy spot to stay. Don't stay there. And then I offered for her to like stay at my house if she needed to, but then she was like, no, we'll be okay. And I just realized I wasn't by the mic, so it might get a little muffled. Sorry, podcast. But she comes to us up, she does her thing, and then we talked, and it was like really, really like shallow, not shallow, but just very baseline, like very cliche, like, oh, how are you? But it was really fake. So then I was like, all right.
You didn't have that genuine, like...
Yeah, like we've been through too much for it to be like that.
Right.
Like sure we haven't talked, but like I know you.
Hella shallow.
Yes, and I'm like, I know you. Like why are we acting like this? So then I just called it out. I was like, I don't care. Like what am I gonna lose? It's not like I'm gonna talk to you again.
Right.
So then I was like, all right, let's like cut the shit. What's up? Like how are you doing? And then she's like, okay, yeah, I was tired of being fake too. And I was like, so why are we being fake? Like we know each other. We dated for like 3 years. What are we doing? Yeah. So we just laughed. And then it was so funny. And we just talked, caught up, heard about the ex or her ex, how that stuff ends.
How that nigga ain't shit. How you was the best one.
I ain't the best, but I'm cool. I'm the cool ex. I just want to take that. I'm the cool ex,
Yeah.
Family, I think they love me. I hope so. They're cool.
You always have that.
Yeah, but no hate to her new mans or ex-mans. I don't know the guy. He might be cool. He might not be. I don't care. He's his own person,
He a nobody. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, he's his own person. I'm my own person. I don't know the guy, so I can't talk down on the guy. I can't talk up on him either. He's his own guy. You feel me?
He ain't the main character. No, I'm just playing.
Josiah wants to smoke.
Hey, don't talk shit about my boy Diego, man. I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm just playing. But
no, we just talked and it was cool, and then that was it. And then I got my closure, because we talked about the situation, and she kind of saw how much I've grown since the last time she talked to me. I told her about what I'm doing with my life and how she like influenced me to kind of be the person I am today. And kind of shaped on who I wanted to be and what I was looking for, and like, cause I had a really good relationship, so now I'm like really picky with who I'm with now,
Right, I feel you.
Like I recently got in a new relationship, and like it took me this long to find somebody that was like up to standard, cause I had such a good thing. Like I shaped her to be who I wanted, and she shaped me to who she wanted. Yeah. So it was like, I had such a high standard because I already had what I wanted, and now I'm like in a relationship that matches that, matches that standard. And exactly. That's why I was so picky. But back to the ex story. Yeah, I got my closure, and it was nice. Yeah. We talked, and
that's what helped you, like you said, it helped you grow, like who you actually wanted to be.
Exactly. I mean, it was after that breakup, that kind of like was the biggest slap to the face on like showing that I had to grow up, and that I was still really bad on communication and kind of like putting myself out there and just doing things like that. Those are just two big examples, and those are the two biggest things I was trying to work on. Biggest on like communication, kind of putting out my voice, and kind of not being as immature as I was in high school.
I see, to really mature. Like, for me, what I learned, I kind of said what I learned already from breaking up with John L.A., but I really just correlated that with the girls I'm trying to fuck with. But, like, as a whole, for me, I learned that, like, I gotta be patient. I can't move into things too quick. Like, I know shit will fall into place if I really look into it, take my time, and build genuine connections. And it just helps us out a lot. Those experiences just help us really grow up, like you said, mature, and really help us like see what we want in life, not just in girls but in life, and how we want to really do things. I mean, for me personally,
that breakup was really the biggest like slap in the face I've had in a while. Kind of It helped me a
Same.
lot, you know. And I think being single for that long really helped me grow up, you know, because the best way to grow up is being independent and doing things on your own and kind of figuring out your emotions on your own. So
Right.
it was nice to be able to do that for those past like 2 years.
Yeah.
And
And you said your outlet was like the person who helped you like get over it was like your boy Luke.
yeah,
Sorry.
Luke, because Luke was always down to do something with me. He was always ready to go out and about. It never had to do with girls. I mean, sometimes
Right.
it did, but like most of the time, it was just like to get my mind off of her and kind of show that there's more life to than girls. You know, like girls
Right.
don't control your life. It's what you do with yourself, and
Right.
that helped me out a lot. So he really helped me just kind of guide my way into being independent because I don't want to get married when I grow up. I never have been. I mean, I've
Yeah, that's
communicated
crazy
that with
to
my
me.
ex.
Like, how do you not want to get married, bro?
I just
That's
wanna I
wild.
just wanna travel. That's my biggest thing. I wanna travel
I
the
mean,
world. I mean, if
you
I do
can
get
travel.
married, if I get
I
married,
mean,
I
you
get
could
married.
travel. You could travel with your wife,
Yeah,
right?
I want kids
I,
though. Maybe like when I'm like
uh,
later, cause you can't travel with kids. That's my thing.
shit, nigga, I can.
I
But that's
can't.
me. That's me.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if I get married, I get married. But I want to travel before I get married. You feel me?
Real. That's real. You want to
But
settle down when you get
yeah.
married.
So no, that's why I
Mm.
really had to prove that I can be like independent and that I don't need like a girl in my life.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, I just want to live my peaceful lifestyle and just do my thing.
That's great,
That's
man.
about it. So it was nice to hear from my ex and kind of get that closure and show that like I actually did change for the better, you know? Because if I
Yeah.
talked to her and she was like, "You're the same that you were in high school," that would have like been like, "Damn, all that for nothing." But to hear from her saying how proud she is of me and like that I'm doing the right things in life and kind of moving the right way, and even with the podcast, she loves the podcast. She said, and
I think
with what we
I
do,
think that's like I think that's how you know like they were really good for you.
yeah,
You know, because John Lay did the same thing to me. She was like saying she was proud of me for what I've done, and she fucked with the podcast, and I was like, damn, that's some real shit. Like
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, like I really did appreciate that, especially hearing that, especially from what I did to you to make you upset, and like how it really ended was like it was my fault, I'd say. But hearing that, to know that we're still on good terms and have that closure is just always a great thing to like, I'd say, move on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's nice to always hear from like a person that meant a lot to you that they're proud of you. You know,
Yeah,
like
for
it means
real.
so much when my mom and my dad say they're proud of me. You know,
For real.
and I think hearing that from her was just like that same feeling because she was with me when I grew up. She was around
Yeah,
during
all
like my
throughout high
most
school, bro.
yeah.
That's a like a lot of maturing in high
Mhm.
school. Like a lot of shit changes in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
We could talk about that in a different podcast.
Oh,
Like nigga, my high school
we got so many
experience,
episodes for that
bro.
stuff.
It's crazy.
Stories on
But
stories. But no,
stories on stories.
I think that's the rest of my ex story. I mean, shout out to my ex for not being crazy, for being a cool one. Because I
For real.
know
Thank God you wasn't like trying to kill me or nothing.
yeah, thank you for being cool, letting me be stupid and understanding. You know.
Learning.
Yeah. Hope she does good. I know that she
Oh yeah,
happy for me.
she's doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's real. That's real as fuck.
But
Yeah, shout out John LA, you know.
but,
Yeah, just shout out John LA. I don't know what to say, but yeah, shout out John LA on some real shit.
God,
But
what a podcast.
what a podcast, man. Feels like I got a lot on my chest, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't really been balling this shit up, you know, cuz I did talk to you about this, you know.
Yeah.
And it just feels better to kind of say it on a podcast. So it's like now it's really out in the open.
Yeah, for
And
real.
like,
This is I'm so scared about posting this one
oh God,
because
like
I've
used
never I think the only time I've talked about this was like with you. Within the past like 2 years, I've probably talked about this story 2 or 3 times.
that's crazy, man.
I don't
Yes.
talk about this. This is super private to me. Like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, the only other person I told was my mom and my dad.
Yeah,
My
same.
dad.
I told my mom. I didn't even tell my dad.
Yeah. My dad was like, "Nigga, you crying over a bitch?"
That's what
I
my
was
dad
like,
would say. That's what my dad would say.
I was like,
My
bro,
dad, you
what
don't
the
understand.
Fuck? Exactly.
Dad, you don't understand.
He was like, nigga, if you don't start getting focused on what you need to do, like, I don't know what the fuck I could do for you. I was like, bruh, I ain't trying to hear that.
No, I'm so lucky my dad was on travel when we broke up. My dad was out in, like, I think Mississippi when we broke up. And it was just my mom. If he saw me crying, oh my God, he would have ripped me a new one.
Oh God, I didn't even when I told my mom, I wasn't even like crying about it. I was like, yeah, me and John like broke up. She's like, what? That sucks. I was like, I know. She's like, well, what are you gonna do now? I was like, nigga, you're supposed to help me. Like, I don't know.
She's like,
but
your mom's like, damn, I know somebody's daughter out here.
My mom, bro, she's such a real one. I love my mom. She really like.
Yeah, my mom listens to this podcast. Shout out, Mom, for listening.
That's real.
That's a real viewer.
Shout out, moms. Oh yeah, I said hi to your mom on Thanksgiving.
Yes, you did. She had the Snoop on a stoop.
Yeah, Snoop. She had a Snoop. What was it, like a little Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, a little Snoop Dogg. Elf on the show.
Joint in the mouth. Yeah, that was fire.
She loved that thing. My dad got it for her.
Shit. That's real. Your parents smoke weed, huh?
They don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just cool like that then.
No, they're just cool. They just do their thing.
Shit. That's real shit.
Damn. All right.
But hey,
good podcast.
That's just how it is, man.
Just how we talk.
Just how it is.
Yeah.
Just how we talk.
To all these listeners, y'all just heard probably my most personal story. I
think I could say the same. Honestly, I don't have that many personal stories, and that was pretty personal to me. Like I didn't really. So I think it was a good thing we said that. You know.
No, I feel it feels good that it was off my chest after 2 years of holding it. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is for me. You know, kind of. Hopefully, people can relate with this story. Kind of. Help them out. You know, showing them that breakups aren't even the worst thing sometimes. You know.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's good to grow.
It's a good thing to talk about. You can't just let that shit ball up, you know, because it really would affect you, you know, mentally, physically. Like, niggas be getting hella lazy and shit. Like, after I broke up, nigga, I was hella lazy because I was not trying to do shit. I was like, fuck, hella depressed. But, you know, fuck depression. That's what I gotta say. All right, but thanks for listening. Yes. Appreciate y'all for tuning in the podcast. You know, this is Josiah Somerville.
And this is Diego Garcia. Thank you so much. Oh, one more thing before we end it. We're going to be posting out a Google Forms to get some more people on the Everybody's Human segment. We want to hear your stories. We want to get you on the podcast. I want to hear your stories. So please.
Yeah, let us know. I'll have the link in the description of the YouTube video, and we'll probably put it in the Spotify, Apple Music podcast.
Yeah, and we'll try to. I'll post it on my story. I'll put the little. You can put that on Instagram, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put it so it won't be that hard to find.
Oh yeah, it'll be on the Just How It Is Instagram. But yeah, just tune in with that. Let us know if you guys want to join. And, appreciate y'all for listening, for real.
Thank you for listening to episode 3. I think this was our best one, to be honest, just because how personal it was.
Oh, yeah. This was a really good podcast, man, I'd say.
No, this was really fun.
Some real shit.
Good job, Josiah.
Yeah, it was fun. No, good job, Diego, man. I'm so glad we got to talk about this shit.
Yeah, it felt healthy.
So healthy, man. You know, all about growing.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's just how we talk, nigga.
Just how we talk.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Alrighty.
Thank you.
Bye.
Blah, blah, blah.